15-Minute Mondays, your kickstart to week high-energy 15-minute episode on the Success Blueprint. I'm your host, Daniel Greg Johnson. Let's get right into it. Hello everybody, welcome back on the Success Blueprint and it's 15-Minute Monday time, your super energy episode for the week. I'm glad that you are here and thank you for coming back all the time to listen to this show. We had fantastic download numbers and the tribe is growing by the day. So thank you out there. This is all to you. I could not do it without you. But let's get right into it. This episode is about why we're so scared to let go of what's no longer right for us. So why is it so hard to let go of something, even when we know it's no longer right for us? Whether it's a relationship, a job, a belief, or a version of ourselves, we like to cling, we rationalize, we wait for one more sign, and deep down we know we've already outgrown it. So welcome to the 15-Minute Monday, the short, sharp, soul-level podcast that helps you face what you've been avoiding. Today we're exploring the emotional truth behind why we hold on so tightly to what's misaligned and how to finally release it with power, clarity, and peace. By the end of this episode, you'll understand the psychology, neuroscience, and soul-level wisdom behind release. And you walk away with a 5-part framework as always to let go. Not with guilt, but with conviction. Let's start. What's the problem? You know it's no longer right. The relationship that drains you, the job that crushes your creativity and chips away at your soul. That identity that's too small for who you've become. The habit that once helped you survive, but now keeps you stuck. But still, you can't let go. This isn't weakness, it's wiring, it's in your brain. Our minds crave certainty, even if it hurts. Letting go feels like losing control, and the brain would rather stay with familiar pain than risk unfamiliar peace. So we stay. And we shrink. We talk ourselves into less because the unknown feels scarier than the misaligned. And what is the cost and consequences of this behavior? You sabotage new beginnings by clinging to old endings. You drain energy managing what should have been released. And most importantly, you give up on one of the most precious commodities you possess. You lose time, not just months, but years, trying to fix something meant to be finished. Emotionally, you feel heavy, numb, disconnected, and spiritually, you're out of alignment. Professionally, your growth plateaus because no one expands while staying stuck in safety. And the worst part? You start to believe the lie that this is all there is. That this job, this love, this identity is the best you get. But the truth, let me share it with you. What you refuse to release will eventually rot your joy. So here's a powerful, grounded 5-step framework to help you release what no longer serves you without guilt, shame, or self-betrayal. Step number 1, acknowledge the truth you've been avoiding. Letting go starts with admitting the truth, not to others, but to yourself. I want you to ask yourself, what am I still holding on to that I've already outgrown? What would I say if I wasn't afraid of disappointing anyone? Write it down, journal it. This moment requires radical honesty, one of my favorite terms. You don't need a 5-year plan. You just need the courage to say, this isn't working anymore. And what action can you take? Write a 1-sentence truth about what you need to release. No story, no justification, just the truth. Step number 2, identify the fear beneath the clinging. That's an important one. We don't stay because it's right. We stay because we're afraid. Afraid of regret. Afraid of being wrong. Afraid of what people will think. Afraid of being alone. Afraid of starting over. But fear is just a signal, not a stop sign. I want you to take the following action. List your top 3 fears around letting go. And for each, write the worst case scenario and then write how you'd survive it, because you would. I can guarantee you. This disarms the fear by turning it into a plan. Number 3, grieve the fantasy, not the reality. Often, we're not grieving the actual person, job, or path. We are grieving what we hoped it would become. We grieve the potential, the version that only existed in our minds. And what's an action for this? Write a goodbye letter. Not to the person or situation, but to the dream you had for it. I'll give you an example. Dear fantasy, I wanted you to be the love that healed me, but you became the wound I kept reopening. I release you now. Grief is sacred, but clarity is power. And step number 4, recommit to your current identity. We hold on when we don't trust who we're becoming. But when you reconnect with your current values, needs, and truth, letting go becomes less about loss and more about alignment. An immediate action step for this: answer the following. Who am I now that I wasn't when I first said yes to this? What does my future self need me to walk away from right now? You don't need to justify your growth. You just need to honor it. Step number 5, ritualize the release. Letting go is not just a decision, it's a practice, a sacred one. Create a ritual that marks the shift in your identity and energy. Some ideas for that: burn a letter, speak a declaration aloud. I choose peace over attachment. Delete the thing, cancel the contract, leave the room. An action for that: choose one symbolic act to do within the next 24 hours. I challenge you in the next 24 hours. Don't overthink it, just act. Ritual is how the soul remembers what the mind forgets. And what's the deeper meaning here? Let's reflect. You don't let go because you're weak. You let go because you're done betraying your evolution. Letting go isn't quitting, it's choosing truth. It's saying, I deserve alignment, not attachment. I deserve freedom, not fear. And every time you release what no longer fits you, you create space for what finally will. Because here's the deeper truth, tribe. You are not here to carry expired stories. You are here to become the most honest version of yourself possible. Look at Michelle Obama. She talks about letting go of the need to be everything for everyone and choosing to redefine success on her own terms. That shift didn't just change her, it empowered millions. Or consider Kobe Bryant. In retirement, he said the hardest thing wasn't stepping away from the game. It was releasing the identity of basketball player so he could embrace the storyteller within. And in coaching, I've watched clients double their income after walking away from relationships that made them shrink, because freedom always unlocks capacity. Whether you're stuck in a job, in a relationship, a friendship that drains you and adds no value, it's time to walk away and say stop right now. Let's add some extra depth and let me give you some advanced strategies. From a neuroscience lens, the default mode network, DMN, in the brain is responsible for rumination and self-narratives. When we let go of something familiar, the DMN becomes hyperactive, replaying the past, searching for what went wrong. That's exactly the downward spiral. Let me give you a tool. Practice focused attention meditation. Redirect attention from past loops to present embodiment. Just 10 minutes a day rewires the habit of clinging. Also, consider identity-based goal setting. Ask not, what do I want next? But who am I becoming? And what no longer fits that identity? And as per usual, your weekly challenge for immediate implementation. Write a list titled Things I'm Still Holding On To That No Longer Reflect Me. Be brutal, be honest. Then circle one thing and create a goodbye ritual this week. Don't wait for closure, create it. Just do, don't cling. I want you to release. This is very powerful, tribe. And if this episode hits something deep, don't ignore it. Share it with someone who's clinging to something that's already over. Tag a friend, journal your truth. And if you're ready to go deeper, you can join my 30-day pathways, the unshakable self-worth, a transformational pathway to release what's no longer aligned and step fully into who you were born to be. You can sign up or get more information at mindworks.biz or on my Instagram account, mindworks_coaching. And then we want to not forget a big thank you to our sponsor, Doc Marty Mushrooms, supporting clarity, energy, and emotional resilience through premium adaptogenic blends. You can visit docmarty.com, and if you use the code DAN20, DAN20, you get an exclusive to the Success Blueprint only discount of 20% on your first purchase. I guarantee you it's worth it. And in closing, let me leave you with a thought. Sometimes the bravest thing you can do is finally admit this chapter is over. You don't need permission. You just need the truth and the courage to live it. I hope that you have a fantastic week. This was Daniel, your host on the Success Blueprint, with my promise, I'll be back. Take care, tribe.